I love myself when I feel insecure. I love myself when I'm in the energy of judgment. I love myself when I love myself. I love myself when I think new thoughts connected to my future. I love myself when I'm thinking thoughts that are connected to my familiar self. I love myself when I don't feel safe, and so I cling to the familiar, even if it's miserable. I love myself when I catch myself in unconscious patterns. I love myself when I'm noticing that I'm doing the same thing that I said I didn't want to do. I love myself when I'm standing here right now, speaking to this camera, saying I love myself. I love myself when I'm breathing and existing. I love myself when I feel the sensation in my hand right now. I love myself because the only thing that actually creates change is love. I love myself when I think that I need to shame and guilt trip myself when I mess up. I love myself when I'm being hard on myself. I love myself when the harsh part of me, the super critical part of me, is alive and judging and saying that I'm no good. I love myself when I think that I'm not good enough. I love myself when I'm sinking in thoughts that create a feeling of being defeated. I love myself when I am feeling anxious because I haven't done that which my mind tells me I should have done in my life so far. I love myself because it's the only way to transform and shift something. If we feel shame or guilt or punch ourselves energetically when we are in certain energies that isn't what we want to be in, then that's only going to give us further into an energy that we don't want to be in. The answer is to be loved, and the answer is to, if you're catching yourself in thoughts that are very limiting, if you're catching yourself in tension, pain, aches, fears, feelings of, or stories of not being good enough, or you're in comparison, or you're in lack of some sort, if you're feeling stuck and like you can't live your life and be who you are, the point is not to punish yourself or feel guilty about being here, being there. If you're in that energy and in that space, the only thing that life is calling for is for you to rise up to be the truth of who you really are, which is love. So love yourself more when you're in these spaces. In fact, love yourself more when you're in the joyful spaces. Always know that there is always more love and never less. We are infinitely expanding as love. There is nothing else that exists but love. That's why it's so painful to believe a reality opposite of that truth. That's why there is so much suffering when there is a feeling of being separated from that truth. Now, I love myself when I take a shower and shift my energy. I love myself when I trust in the process and know that I cannot get it done and I cannot get it wrong. I love myself when I see that this 3D reality, this physical reality, is just one reality. I love myself when I'm connected to the higher realms, to the infinite self, to the spiritual spaces that is actually everything. I love myself when I'm letting the physical body remember the Christ love, the love of Jesus as it's here in the earthly form. I love myself when I choose to close my eyes and say fuck off to society's programmings. I love myself when I no longer am impacted and let myself be impacted by society's standards of what beauty is, of what success is, of what a great relationship is. I love myself when I'm fucking free and when I choose to live in a way that truly brings me joy versus try to be in a way that I think others would like or approve of. I love myself when I don't give a flying fuck anymore about being liked or approved of by others, but when I really care about being liked and approved of by myself and by source and by spirit and by being connected to that. I love myself when I am in my heart, when I open my heart to the pain of humanity, to the pain of this human. I love myself when I open my heart in moments of challenge, in moments of freeze, in moments of contraction. I love myself. That in those moments, instead of shaming and guilt tripping myself, I open my heart and I say, I love you, I love you, I love you, to that part of me that is hurting, that is scared, that is anxious, so much to the point that she gets contracted and frozen and feels like she just doesn't want to be here anymore. I love myself when I feel tender emotions. I love myself when I'm feeling like a messy human. I love myself when I see that the human and the divine are not separated. I love myself when I remember that it's separation that causes the deepest pain. The belief in separation from the divine is what causes the deepest pain. I love myself when I let myself be an open, pure, clear channel for divine love to flow through me. I love myself when I see that I'm so much more than this physical body, that I am actually that which cannot be spoken about or really spoken about, but it's actually who you are, who I am, who all is, what is sustaining all of life all around us. I love myself when I see who I truly am, and when I let my soul land into my body. And the only way my soul lands into my body is through love, is through my open heart, is through actually opening up to all of the experiences that I'm having versus running away from them or suppressing or trying to drug myself up or distract myself with some sort of social media or just a funny show. I love watching funny shows. Those are awesome. However, why are we doing what we're doing? Why are we taking in that substance of food? Why are we watching that content? Are we trying to escape and avoid our reality, or are we doing it because it's just kind of fun? Like, I'm not trying to say that I can't watch a funny show sometimes, but it's about the why and from where am I doing it. I love myself when I start to be honest with myself and don't think that I need to be perfect in the eyes of another. I love myself when I remember my true perfection, the perfection that I am, that you are, the perfection that was shown to me and revealed to me and felt inside of me in the moment when I had my near-death experience. I love myself when I remember, when I truly remember the truth. I love myself when I let this physical form experience relief, because it is no longer caught up in the prison of believing that the physical reality is all there is, because there is so much more. I love myself when I'm feeling tuned in, tapped in, and turned on to my unlimited potential, to my infinite potential in this life. I love myself when I open my heart to all types of opportunities. I love myself when I'm at peace at being right here, right now, and when I'm seeing that what is actually perfect. I love myself when I make peace with being bored, with doing absolutely nothing. I love myself when I see that I don't need another experience to be fulfilled. All I need to do is slow down enough in my brainwaves and open up my heart to see that I've never ever been apart from the one infinite God heart, art. I am one with the Creator, so are you. We are supported and blessed and so infinitely abundant. And I love myself when I tune in, tap in, and get turned the fuck on by this truth and by this reality. I love myself so much when I let my voice be heard, when I let myself speak versus let it choke. I love myself when I'm no longer living by that programming of that man that told me to sit down and shut the fuck up. I love myself when I don't need your approval of me. I love myself when I approve of myself and just simply let myself be a clear, open channel for whatever words want to flow through me. I love myself when I wear my Swedish shoes and when I wear my white dress. I love myself when I am simply here, existing, being, and breathing as an imperfect, yet so divinely perfect being. And I love myself when I trust in the process, no matter what is happening. I love myself when I love myself when it's hard. I love myself when I love myself when it's hard versus shame or judge or make up stories that I shouldn't be feeling what I'm feeling. I love myself when I feel like I shouldn't be feeling what I'm feeling. I love myself when I should on myself and when I'm hard on myself. I love myself. And there's always more love and never less. So anytime you're in a challenging place, it's only life asking you to rise up to who you really are, which is always infinite, expanding love. That's what it's about. To let your human form be infused with this love. And then I love myself when I forget. I love myself when I'm completely ignorant and don't know who I really am. I love myself. When I'm so deeply chained and in suffering of thinking that this is all that there is, I love myself. When I am judging and projecting and caught in stories and believing that they are real, I love myself then too. Doesn't really feel like that's myself, but that's something that happens, that comes up at times, and I just love myself, man, because you know what? Who we really are never hates, never judges, never shames, never guilt trips. Who we really are only fucking loves. So if you're noticing yourself shaming, guilt tripping, judging, just know, or comparing yourself, know that that's not really who you are. It's not who you are. You are always loving. You are always kind. You are always filled with infinite love and bliss and blessings. So may we all remember and be who we are. Bye.